And now, freelance heroism.
Hey everybody, welcome to Freelance Heroism. My name is Dees.
And I'm Rachel.
And before we even get started, we just want to say thank you to everyone out there who donates at the Patreon, in particular those who donate at the producer tier.
hmm
Rachel, would you like to let
Yes.
us know who they are?
I would love to. We want to say thank you to Crispy, Nate, Breakmeister, and Rebecca. Thank you so much, everyone.
You help us make a better show for everyone,
Mhm.
and we couldn't do it without you. So thank you.
Thank you,
Rachel,
Dees.
Zelda or omelets? Your call.
Uh,
Choose.
let's go with Zelda because if you look at time-wise, I think I have more experience in the Zelda category right now.
I don't know. You've had some experience with the omelets. I wouldn't say they're ideal experiences. We have to talk one thing about the omelet before we move into Zelda.
Oh, okay.
When I was telling you just flip the corners over a little bit, uh, what did you hear? I mean, when I went through the line, clearly there was some sort of
Yeah.
miscommunication going on. What did you hear when I said little flips?
I
What did you hear? Fucking fold that bitch like a paper airplane?
I wanted to make sure that there was good contact when I folded the egg over.
Right. Right. You should have folded hamburger and not so much hot sauce. Okay. All right. So Zelda,
Uh-huh.
you've never played a Legend of Zelda game in your entire life.
Correct.
And so you are playing a Legend of Zelda now.
hmm
What do you think?
I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Would you say it is more complicated now than it was when you started? Because
Yes.
we sort of had this little thing where like it felt like at the beginning of the game you were looking at me like, am I a baby? Like, are you making me play this baby game?
That is how I thought all Zelda games were. I thought it was you're a little guy, you got a little sword, and maybe you got a little shield.
Well, you do. You have all those things.
Yeah, but I thought that was the whole game.
Well, you were wrong. It's all about puzzles, right? So
Yeah.
like and trying to solve issues with these tools that they give you.
Mhm.
And so you're still in the part of the game where like they'll give you a tool in the dungeon and then you use that tool to beat the dungeon boss, right?
Yes. Yeah.
You're not yet at the point where you're fighting a dungeon boss and the tool that they gave you in the dungeon isn't necessarily the one you have to use to beat the boss.
hmm
Now it's like a combination of those. When you get there, the game becomes very unique.
Yeah.
I like how the backtracking is we'll walk back to the same place
Uh-huh.
and you'll be like, "Oh my God, I have this tool now." And you're like, it's very exciting.
Yeah. It is very cool.
So you started with Minish Cap.
Yes.
We probably should have done um Link to the Past, if we're being totally honest. That might have been a better opening, but I'll be honest, I don't think there's as many clever tool uses in that one.
Mhm.
So I think Minish Cap was the one of the ones that has a lot of cool, clever tools of sorry, let me say this again. Clever tool uses.
Yeah.
What do you think? What's your favorite tool so far?
Um, I like the I have two favorites.
Let me
Oh,
guess.
uh,
The wind jar?
uh-huh.
Yeah, I remember. And the upside down stick.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And
What
so
do you like about them?
so with the wind jar, I like that it um like you can pull stuff to you
Mhm.
and then you can also throw enemies at other enemies with it.
Pretty cool.
So, yeah, cuz so you can like disable an enemy and then immediately attack another enemy with that one.
Yeah, so you're throwing a motherfucker at another motherfucker.
Yeah. And then with the upside down stick, I like that it has unlocked a lot of like kind of hopping over the wall
Yeah,
things for me. Yeah.
yeah. I'm excited to watching like every so often I know there's about to be a thing that's going to happen that's funny.
Uh-huh.
And I know kind of where your sense of humor is. When he got in the minecart, I was staring at the screen. I was looking right at your face so hard. I was like,
That
"Oh
was
my
so
God, this is gonna
funny.
be hysterical."
Because it's so like that cart moves so violently,
Yeah.
and he's just freaking out inside of
He
it.
screams the whole ride. He's like, ah!
It's
The whole
so
time.
funny.
It is a fun game. I
Mhm.
would really like you to get you to play Link Between Worlds, which is one of my favorites.
Uh-huh.
It's so good. That puzzling two-dimensional, like, flatten up against the wall thing is one of the coolest.
Yeah.
I know it sounds like such a small thing, but the people who make those games are very clever
Mhm.
about how one little tiny thing can be a huge tool for exploration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how in Minish Cap, like all of the tools that you get, maybe not every time you get something new, but a lot of the time when you get something new, it can also interact with stuff that you've already interacted with before.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh, I've got this new thing now, and it's specifically for this upcoming zone.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so there's some of that kind of
Mhm.
cross pollination of also, by the way, kinstones, as soon as you learn kinstones, you just started kinstoning every fucking person that you come across, which is right. That's how you're supposed to do it, but
Mhm.
I just thought it was funny. It was like there was zero kinstone usage.
I didn't know how to activate it. I
And then
thought
as soon as you learned how to use it, you're just throwing these rocks at people's faces like, bam, we're friends
Just
now.
run up to an NPC and just put my face directly next to theirs and wait a couple seconds to see if the little dialogue bubble comes up.
The image is so funny to me. It's like you walk up to a person and you're just like way invading their space. And then you take half a broken rock and slap it against their face. Like, that's what I'm imagining. Like, slap.
Yeah.
Got one of these. It's like, it's kind of funny.
Mhm.
I think it's very funny when it brings up the kinstone, like, match the pieces thing.
Mhm.
And it's the very first piece.
Uh-huh.
Every time that happens, I'm like, this basic ass bitch. I just think it's so funny.
Yeah.
This lady got Eat, Pray, Love on the wall for sure. Wow. So, I mean, you're having a good time?
Yeah.
Good. Good. I'm trying to think if there's another game that would be a good follow-up to this. Maybe not a Zelda game, but something that's like Pokemon would be fun. I would love to watch you play a Pokemon game.
Oh.
That would make my entire year.
I feel like that would be frustrating for you.
Oh, it would. I would laugh at all of it. I want to see the team that you assemble without being coached so bad. Well, would you do that?
Yeah.
You'd play that?
I
You'd
don't-
play a Pokemon game?
I don't really know anything about Pokemon. Like
Oh my God.
I've played some Pokemon games,
Uh-huh.
but I've never like finished a Pokemon game.
How is that possible?
Oh.
How's that? What's your favorite Pokemon? Do you have one?
No.
Oh, excellent. Do you know anything about what Pokemon are good and what Pokemon aren't?
I know they have like different elements assigned to them, and so they are like in D&D terms resistant or vulnerable to different damage
Oh,
types.
this is gonna be fantastic. You're just gonna have a team full of Oddishes and fucking. It's gonna be such an embarrassing ass whooping. I mean, the games aren't hard
Yeah.
generally,
Uh-huh.
but I just feel like you'll make it harder than it has to be.
Oh,
And I can't
no.
wait to watch that. To clarify, you're not like a bad gamer. I'm not saying
No.
because you like crush Dark Souls and
I love that. Well, that's like one of my problems right now with the Legend of Zelda game that I'm playing is that one is like I'm not good on controller. But I feel like I'm more comfortable using the controller than the keyboard for the game. But because I like usually when I am playing
I
a
don't
game
know.
on a controller, I'm playing a FromSoft game, and those have very specific controller commands. So like I keep mentally reverting back to that while I'm playing Legend of Zelda. So I'll be like dash, and then I hit the thing and drop a bomb.
You dropped 4 of them the
Yeah.
other day. I thought that was very funny. You were trying to dodge roll away from
Yeah.
a boss.
That's when then my brain was in in Dark Souls mode. So I was like, this is the button that I use.
Yeah.
And then I just dropped a bunch of bombs.
I just thought that was funny. I
Yeah.
just thought it was hysterical. It's like, hey, just remember to keep your bombs so that you can save them for the boss.
Mm.
And then you just dodge rolled, dropped 4 bombs right on the ground. I'm like, oh, that's the opposite of
Yeah.
what we wanted.
Yeah.
So I would be super excited to watch you play Pokemon. And I
Okay.
want it to be a Pokemon generation that you're not familiar with.
Okay.
Like that you've never seen any of these Pokemon, so it'll be even more confusing.
Okay.
You have no idea about the stats that Pokemon have, right?
No, I don't.
No clue.
No.
Okay, which of these is not a real type of Pokemon? Okay,
Okay.
are you ready? I'm gonna say an element, and
Uh-huh.
you tell me which of them is. Actually, hold on. Yeah, which one of these is not real?
Okay.
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 Okay. Fire,
Real.
storm, fairy.
I know fire's real Pokemon element.
Uh-huh.
Um, there's a Pokemon called Clefairy, so I'm gonna say fairy is a real element and storm is the not real element.
It's gonna blow your mind. I just want to check this to make sure I'm right. I'm pretty
Okay.
certain I'm right.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna do a quick look up.
Okay.
Oh, it is. Nice. They must have updated it. Okay, so early generations, Clefairy wasn't a fairy type Pokemon.
Whoa. What's it called a fairy?
I don't know because it
Okay.
didn't have fairy type early, so it was a normal type Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
All right, let me
So
ask you one.
technically, so wait, is storm an actual?
No,
Okay. All right.
no.
Okay.
All right, so I want to ask you. Okay, do you know Charizard?
Yes.
You know what he looks like?
He is a red lizard and he has fire on his tail.
Yes, he's also got wings.
His wings?
Charizard? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't
So you
I don't
don't
remember
know
that
Charizard because it's sort of a defining factor of who that is. Pretty obvious. It'd be weird not to notice. You know what I mean? I think you're thinking Charmander.
Maybe I'm thinking Charmander.
I think you're thinking Charmander. Okay, so Charizard
Uh-huh.
has big wings. Okay, so what type of Pokemon is he? I'll let you choose any two: fire, flying, or dragon.
And he's only two of these?
There's only two of them.
Okay. Definitely
Well, up until
fire.
recently, maybe they changed it.
Okay. Definitely fire.
Uh-huh.
You said he has wings, so flying?
He's fire and flying. Yeah,
Hey.
but he literally looks like a dragon. He's
He
not a
does look
dragon.
like a dragon. If you had not
You
told
don't
me
know.
he
You don't
has
even know he had
wings,
wings.
if you had not told me that, I would have guessed dragon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What type of move is strong against flying? Just give me anything that's strong against flying.
Lightning?
Wow, I am excited. Do you have a chart up?
Hey. No.
Excellent. You know what? You're better off than I thought you were gonna be. Okay, so
Okay.
this is gonna be great.
Mhm.
I can't wait. I kind of want to do this one now and just come back to Zelda. I am excited. If you're excited
Yeah.
to hear about the exploits of Rachel playing Pokemon for the first time ever, go ahead and put a comment down below. Or just what Pokemon game would you like to hear to watch her play?
Oh yeah, what should I play?
Oh my god. That's an interesting one.
Mhm.
I have an idea, but we'll wait to see what everyone says.
Okay.
Okay. Oh my god, your team's gonna suck so bad.
No.
You'd be like, but that's my Pidgey. I don't want him to evolve. I'm like, well, you should. Also, you shouldn't run him. Oh,
All right.
I'm excited.
Well,
We're gonna do that as soon as this is over.
in the meantime, there's also a correction from last week. I know last week I said we had one more Return to Ravenloft game before we were going to start our Christmas game.
Mhm.
But due to timing constraints, we are starting our Christmas game this week. So today is How the Lich Stole Christmas, Part 1.
Hey,
Hey,
exciting.
yeah. All right. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to a holiday edition of Freelance Heroism.
Man, I don't know about you guys, but it feels like Christmas so much right now.
Look, I need time to edit this, okay?
I know.
What is it? 4 days until Christmas or the end of the world.
Man, I know.
Oh,
Oh,
I sure hope we get to see Christmas.
Oh man.
I really do too. Yeah, I was sitting here thinking, shit, man, I just got rid of one big orange thing you sitting on the fucking pumpkin shaped on my on my doorstep. Not gonna worry about another one.
Sorry,
Anyway,
I know we just started recording, but did you see when the makeup came off his top lip the other day? It had this like white circle over his lips. And
Yeah.
everyone kept saying it looked like a blow up doll.
God, the world's worst blow up doll.
Oh man.
Anyway, I hope the season finds you able to laugh at that joke right now and not
Yeah.
cry. So
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, this could age really bad.
This is
It
gonna yeah,
could.
this whole thing could
We'll
age
find
really,
out.
really bad.
This is gonna
I
be
guess we'll find
exhibit A for my trial.
All of our trials.
out. Ugh.
Oof.
Ho ho ho.
All right.
Oh.
So, this week instead of Candle Keepers, I wanted to have a holiday themed game. And so I thought, what could be more holiday appropriate than a little game called How the Lich Stole Christmas?
I always think about necromancy this time of year.
When Mom said make new friends, I'm not sure this is what she meant.
I mean, there is a theme of resurrection happening around the holidays, right?
That's true.
Yeah, yeah, but that's not this one.
Not this one. This is later in the year.
This is
Wait a minute. I can't remember which one's the killing one and which one's the coming back one.
Same one.
the same one.
Actually,
Actually,
technically
yeah.
both.
Yeah.
Shit, was it
Wait
just
a little
years
bit
apart?
after this one, then they kill a bunch of babies. So
Yeah.
it's kind of
Fuck.
and no, Harry
Well.
trying to wipe out a bunch. But
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
All
Yeah.
right. So,
Really makes you want to have a fruitcake.
Yep. Fire up that old Yule log. Get yourself a nice warm mug of hot chocolate with a couple of little
Spend it
marshmallows
with
in
your 3 pillars of salt who shouldn't have looked.
all right. So we're gonna go through character introductions first. Who would like to start?
Let's do D-Walk.
So,
Wow, I didn't realize that you were in charge of that. Just like
somebody's got to pick. So,
okay, all right.
Well, you guys could have voted for someone else, but I didn't hear
Didn't
any.
even get a fucking chance though.
all right,
Want to go
David.
first? I will not take. Oh, okay.
So,
I'll go
why don't
first. You
you-
give me 5 hit points.
David,
Oh,
why don't you describe your character and let us know kind of what he is doing this holiday season?
all right. I am Maximus Nicholas Mitternach. I am a traveling healer that also works at winter festivals as a Santa Claus, bringing joy to the children.
It's a Santa Claus.
I'm a larger fellow with a nice beer gut. And a
Mhm.
big beard I paid a dwarf really good money for.
You don't have to fake the beer gut, though.
No, that beer gut is real.
Mhm.
And the crippling depression. And
Oh,
So-
no.
oh, holy shit. All right. And
So
we'll
what
see
is
how the rest plays out.
what does your day look like today, Max?
Well, and as the fair festival opens, I sit in my tent, and I perform healings and restorations for money until the time comes where I sit and all the little children come to line up and send their wishes to Santa Claus, and I listen to all of them and their happy lives.
His saint nickname is Big Pharma.
Santa Claus by day, Joel Osteen by night.
Oh,
He just whips out a bottle of mystic oil. He's like, little dabble, do you? Just slap him on the forehead. That'll be $45.95.
I have exorcised the demons.
All right,
name is
so
Max, and friends call me Nikki.
okay, so Max, because I'm the DM and I'm not your friend.
Wow, man.
Merry fucking Christmas.
I was about to
Right?
say, man, the feeling of that Christmas spirit is just emanating through this podcast
Oh,
right
it's
now. Can't you
radiating
feel it?
right now.
Max,
Wow.
you
She put a bunch
Good
of
old
bricks in
mankind
that
my
fucking
ass.
stocking.
Loaded up that fucking stocking with some bars of soap is gonna
Yeah.
beat you to death with it
The
now.
fucking blanket party, this
Oh.
motherfucker.
Right?
Max, you have spent your day at this winter festival. It's not quite Christmas yet. There's still maybe like a week or so out. But you've spent your day doing some healing, hearing Christmas wishes from children, and seeing all of these happy families where mommy and daddy are together. They love each other. Their kids are with them. Kids are asking for like puppies, bicycles, toy carts. One kid wants an Xbox because he heard that those are really cool.
It's just a box with an X carved on it.
And you see a lot of this throughout the day, especially as kind of the day continues. More people come to the festival to, shop, sell their own wares, see the bards. And then at the end of the day, as it grows dark and cold and the families are kind of shuffling out to go watch, celebratory fireworks, you are left on your chair alone again.
And that's when the bottle comes out,
Yeah.
my cigarette hits the lip,
Mm-hmm.
and I try not to let a cherry fall into my nicely paved dwarven beard.
So you sit there in the cold. You're kind of watching the fireworks from a distance, but every time there's like a sort of big, colorful explosion, you can hear like the happy laughter of children and like parents talking to each other, and like the warm smell of food kind of wafting over the festival grounds. And just as you are sort of finishing off the bottle that you opened, and the fireworks are winding down, you hear
I look over
Uh,
slowly.
you see a halfling sort of dressed in like a kind of navy blue quilted uniform. He's got a little like bag over one shoulder. You Max?
Yeah.
FPS. And then he takes out a little piece of cardstock and he holds it out to you.
FP what?
Faerun Postal Service.
She's already divorced me. I ain't got no more money.
Look, we've been trying to track you down to deliver this for the last couple weeks. Can you just take your mail, please?
All right, I reach out.
And you take this little square of like kind of cardstock. It's been battered up a little bit. It's been traveling for a while. They've been trying to find you. On the front is a drawing of a very quaint little town. It's set at the foot of a snowy mountain. There's this
Cute.
sort of like sweeping text that says, "Come visit Whovale."
Put a cigarette in my mouth. Yeah, that's cute.
You flip it over.
That's cute. Flip it over.
You see this very childish handwriting that says, "Please visit us this Christmas. We miss you, Holly." And you know Holly is your daughter that Carol took when she left you.
Oh shit.
Man, your family's Christmas themed as fuck. Carol, Holly.
Little
kinda
on the
have a
nose.
I got a tear that goes down my eye. No, tear that
Just
goes
like
down my eye.
Rudolph.
And my son, Charcoal, the bad boy.
I'll look at the. Where's Whoville?
Who what?
This place.
No, it's Whovale.
It's
Oh, my
totally
bad.
different
Who-
trademark.
Vale.
Completely legally distinct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where's Whoville?
Oh, you just you can follow the road north up to the mountains. It's not too far. It's a little town, but you know, we deliver mail though there, so.
Should ask
Alright.
your friend. Horton's heard of Whoville.
Oh, I think I'm gonna go steal Horton's carriage. All right. Thanks,
He's-
Squirt.
He's like, I didn't hear you say that. He turns and walks off.
Whoville, famous for their green eggs and ham.
I'll leave the bottle on the chair
Took a
Pull
trip up
second
there
one out.
once.
and start walking.
I
All
caught
right.
one fish, two fish, a red fish, and blue fish. Their ding danglers and their zing zanglers are awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. And as you make your way to Whovale, which is a totally original town,
Different place.
it's a different place.
Yep.
Who would like to introduce their character next?
Oh, I suppose I will.
All right. So why don't you tell us your name and what your character does?
My name's Theodric Merryfoot. People I tolerate call me Tinker. I'm a toy maker. Been a toy maker for most of my life, well over 50 years. Used to have a nice, cushy job working in Santa's workshop. Boy, you know, reminisce about the old days when toys were simple, you know, dolls and blocks and wooden trains and hobby horses, and, you know, really got to work with your hands, use the tools of the trade. You know, basically they just like become one with you. You know, it's like just an extension of yourself. And,
Mhm.
yeah, worked for many years, and you know, as times change and younger elves come along, and I use the word elves loosely because that whole thing is bullshit. I mean, I'm a halfling, for God's sake. Yeah, I'm small, but you know, I don't have pointy ears, and that's just marketing. You know, don't buy into the hype.
Mhm.
But you know, over time, I don't know. I guess maybe I got a little too old fashioned for the big SC or whoever's in charge up there now. It's all going totally corporate, and you know, get
Those
passed
corporate
over.
guys.
You know what?
All about
don't even
corporate image.
don't even fucking get me started. And you know,
Yeah.
it's not just them. It's just the damn just kids in general today. You know, nobody wants a fucking hoop and a stick anymore, and it's like, why? It's a simple toy, or ball in a cup, or you know, just a rag doll. You know,
Anything round with another part that goes near it.
yeah. You know, now all, you know, kids today are, you know, they want things that flash and beep. You know, fucking kids walking around with all their damn eye grimoires and everything, and just yeah, you know, after a while, I just kind of got, you know, tired of getting passed over, and yeah, maybe I started day drinking a little bit too much, I'll admit, and before too long, I find myself getting a cake and a fake gold watch and a happy retirement there, Theodric, regardless of whether you really want to or not, and just kind of unceremoniously shoved me out the door. So, you know, I'm still a good damn toy maker.
Mhm.
Got a little shop out back, you know. You ever heard of that marketplace at Betsy? You can like make stuff and sell it, and Betsy will come around and pick it up, and she like handles all the shipping and everything. You don't have to deal with any of that. There's still some people out there that'll buy good quality, simple toys, and so I've kind of managed to continue to make a living for myself, and I will go to the festivals this time of year. I mean, look, Christmas is corporate and materialistic and all that and everything, but there is still something genuinely pure about it that I like, and I still like making toys, and I don't want any of my own, but God love them, the kids, it makes them happy and everything, and I like seeing smiles on their faces when they get something, so I guess I'm still a bit of a softie at heart, but, I'm a recluse 11 months out of the year, but this time of year, I'll get out and peddle my wares and try and bring some joy to this otherwise soul-sucking world that we live in right now. And that's me.
Well, so yeah, this time of year is really the most busy that you are, even when you were working. This is when, you really got to step up production and,
Yeah, all those fucking spreadsheet pushers and shit.
That's right. Got to get those numbers up.
Yeah, take those numbers and shove them up their ass. Nobody cares about quality. It's all about quantity these days.
It's true. So you've had a lot of time to sit in your workshop, kind of tinkering out new ideas that you've had that maybe you haven't had time to really experiment with in, your time working. Because at work, they say that they want innovation. They say that they want people to be creative. But at the end of the day, Billy wants like a drone for Christmas.
Yeah.
And then when Billy gets a drone for Christmas, well, little Tommy down the street also wants a drone for Christmas.
Not everybody can have a fucking Warforged just walking around in their house. It's just not how that
All of
works.
a sudden, everybody's front yard's at 38th parallel, and we're tactically nuking people's backyards.
Yeah. It's just a fucking jump rope. It's just simple, and it's fun, and it's exercise, for God's sake. But, no.
So since you've had time to sort of, try out, ideas that have been kind of rattling around for the last few years.
Magnets.
Magnets. Yeah.
That's my big thing this year. Well,
nice.
Well, nice wooden train set. You put it together and you got the little hook and clasp on there, and that's great. But, kids like to make the train go fast because that's fun, and then it falls apart and they lose interest. So I'm thinking about magnets to hold, the things together this time around. Mm-hmm. That could be a little bit better. We'll see.
So in your time kind of tinkering out in your workshop, you've also looked at, you've got like a couple shelves in your workshop that are just full of old catalogs and journals of different, toy schematics or different ideas. People have written articles about what if we used like this type of wood versus a different type of wood to make a train or make a wagon, or the pros and cons of these really get into the weeds of creating something.
It's what I love about Toymaker Monthly. They haven't gone online with the fucking E's on it or whatever the hell they call it. It's just,
right.
No, it's still a nice little thick, tangible book you can hold in your hand and read. And, I read it for the articles, but Miss Toymaker Monthly ain't bad to look at either. But neither here nor there.
So while you've been kind of going through this backlog of old toy catalogs that you've had, you find a couple of them that are pretty tattered. You can't really remember when you got these and if they came to you in this condition. You may have picked them up at like an old rummage sale, or maybe, like a couple of rats got into the shed and, chewed up some of the catalogs. You kind of flip through them as you're turning to go throw them in the bin. When in sort of the tatters of the pages, you see like some kind of interesting schematics for, it looks like it's maybe how to carve some different pieces of wood that'll fit together in an interesting way. But the catalog's pretty damaged.
Wonder where I got this from. I study it. Could I make an investigation check in order to figure out exactly what it is I'm looking at?
Yeah.
19.
All right. So looking at the way that these carvings are, like how you can sort of piece them together, and the bits of articles that are actually there, it looks like it's saying something about the type of wood that was used as one thing. It's a very strong type of wood that they seem to be using. So because of the strength of the wood, it actually has to be carved in a really unique way. Unfortunately, the process that's described in the catalog has been pretty much completely destroyed. But it looks like this is some sort of toy that, one, is supposed to be very durable, which you don't really see nowadays. It seems like, and you saw this, your last few years too, where there was this idea that came around where they wanted you to make things that would break maybe after about 10 months,
Obsolescence.
That's right. But these seem to be purposely built to last. But it is part of the type of wood and the process that they use to treat and carve the wood.
Well, I don't think I've ever seen anyone make toys out of morning wood before. It's really one of the hardest woods there is, but all right. That's interesting.
So.
Fucking morning wood, right? Damn. You just wake up and bam, there it is.
Yeah, you really got to work that wood for sure in order to make it.
I try to get my hands on some morning wood every day, just to put in the work.
Gotta work the wood to make it pliable and soft and malleable, and yeah. Anyway. Interesting.
So you flip through this a little bit, and yeah, I mean, this is pretty well destroyed. And you notice you don't have any other catalogs of this type in your collection, not that you've found anyway. Kind of
like,
flipping,
like the title or the
the type of catalog it is. You do manage to find an sort of address. At least you think this is where like the catalog is published, and it's a little town called Whovale.
Huh. Well, I would like to take a look. Do I know Whovale? Is it like known to me, or
give me a history check.
13.
The name is vaguely familiar, but it's definitely not something that is like well known or not like overly popular.
Would it be safe to say it's not really known for like toy making and craftsmanship, or is it a place where, or would I know that?
From what you can recall, there was some toy making, not really a boom, but they were known for toy making at least sometime in the past. You haven't really heard anything new from them lately. Okay. But that may be just because they're, making things that the majority of people don't want to see nowadays.
Gotcha. Well, wouldn't be bad to have this for next year's inventory. I am assuming Whovale is somewhere I could travel to reasonably easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely, I mean, it's not like somewhere that you have passed by. You would have to sort of make a dedicated trip to there, but it's not like really far away.
Okay.
It's a small town, so they're not, it's not like you're going to the big city or
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, I could probably use a break. Wouldn't be a bad idea to maybe swing by there, see if I can maybe get a fresh copy of this, or maybe somebody's got their own copy of the blueprints that I could take a look at. Yeah, I got nothing else going on. What the hell? Yeah, I'll take the address. I'll just go ahead and put put what's left of the magazine that I've got here with the blueprints in it.
Mhm.
I'll kind of pack up my stuff, and I kind of dig through. I dig through a couple of bins that I have sort of above my desk. It's kind of like a combination, like workbench, and then sort of like almost like an architect's table with like the slanted, where I can kind of do some drawings and stuff like that, and take notes on what I'm working on. Kind of above that, there's a shelf. There's some little bins. I take out a tiny carved wooden heart. So about it would fit in the palm of my hand. I put that away in my bag, and I also actually, I take 2 of those. I've got a bin kind of full of them. They've all sort of been hand carved. They're reasonably similar in size and shape, all made out of oak. I'll put 2 of those in my bag as well. And yeah, I'll kind of dig through my stuff. I'm sure I've got a couple of maps and stuff. I'm a bit of a pack rat on the literature side of things. I've got lots of books and stuff, woodworking journals and manuals about how to operate lathes, the whole 9 yards. Everything I'd kind of need as reference material. I'll kind of plot my course towards Whovale, and I'll start making my way there.
All right. And finally,
I am Vwer Quillith, and I work for the Santa Claus administration, working mostly in sort of PR and information. I do a lot of news hits during the day. Really, we're just trying to make sure that people keep focused and keep in mind what's important this holiday season. And it's that the other holidays are horseshit, and you shouldn't believe them. They're all nonsense. Shilalia's revelries or whatever, and Vithorum's embrace, all these garbage holidays. Don't listen to them. They're all nonsense. Really, the big one, we got the Christmas season coming up. There's lots of shopping. It's going to boost the economy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We really want to embrace that urge to give, even if you don't have,
Right.
Like,
yeah.
It's about stimulating business.
Because then it trickles down.
It does. It always does.
Yeah.
That's known. People know that.
Nate is upset.
So really, that's what I'm out here doing. Just trying to press the flesh, get to meet some people, kind of get the word out for Christmas.
Yeah, makes sense.
Makes sense to me.
What does an average day look like for you?
A lot of arguing, a lot of talking, a lot of making the case.
Yeah.
To the common man, the average person, the humble Joe.
Right.
And at this time of the year, there's a lot of people who are experimenting, going into other holidays, maybe wanting to do a like solstice festival, or like, I don't know, burn some sage or some shit. And really, we're just trying to talk them out of that, get them aligned, get them in on the big win. It's all about organization,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, sage, like, anyone can go out and pick some sage out of the ground.
Right.
It's meaningless.
Is that where sage even comes from? Nobody knows. Nobody knows where you even find sage. No one's ever heard of sage until
it's not
last
safe.
year.
It's not safe. Why would you let your kids breathe that in?
I don't know. Sage sounds like rage to me. That's just not something that I'm down with.
I hate Deese's character so much right now.
Well, you know what? We're not about
an
hate.
In character.
We're not about hate. We're
standpoint.
pivoting. We're pivoting away from hate.
Yeah.
We're focusing more on a construction,
Mhm.
and we're building something. And a lot of people can't see that. And I just, maybe one day they can get on board. So if you have 5 or 10 or 25 gold pieces that you can donate, maybe we can get it on a monthly thing. We'll send you a newsletter to let you know where the money's going and how it's being used, and we'll just keep sending all of our surrogate old people who you're somewhat familiar with from wherever you live to constantly ask until you're penniless.
But then you put it on credit.
Yeah, or we can just get you to knock on doors.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what you'll say, but it couldn't hurt us, could it? There's literally no rules for that. You could just get any old person to go knock doors. It'd be weird.
Yeah.
To not have any sort of safeguard against what they might be saying to people.
I am going to take Deesa's character's kneecaps out with my ball peen hammer.
Look, that's a lot of violence, and we're not into that. That's not what we're about. We're looking forward. We're moving forward.
Yeah.
Forward right off the edge of a cliff.
But we understand your pain. We understand that that the union decided they didn't have.
Let me show you just how much pain. We talk about trickle down. Let's see how much blood trickles down your nose after I smash it in with this wrench.
It's Tinkerbell, isn't it? Listen, we
haven't even met yet. Fuck you. I don't even want to talk to you right now. Just put your goddamn character and move on.
What we want is to really just get all of our bases covered. By the way, this character, when he talks, will not say anything. It'll be wholly nonsensical. But yeah, generally that's what his day is. Just go around and to kind of meet people and set up meetings between the administration, officials in the area, and people who can help better sort of let us know what we need to do to help the people. To just,
Yeah. So
also, I took a picture of me outside of this giant dump wagon the other day, and I think that's just going to do lots for us.
So you have just finished up a business dinner with some high-ranking officials,
right?
Who they have some influence over which horses cities buy. They help do horse purchases for different cities, and they want to hear your opinion on sort of which sellers should maybe they be looking at what kind of quality, just really get your opinion. They want to have something really like family friendly, maybe a family business,
right,
something like that would be
hope you all
right. If you're looking, look, like there are lots of people in the area that sell horses, and we're gonna get back to you on that. We're gonna get back to you. We're just moving forward, and we're gonna get back to you on that.
Okay, great.
I want to check
in your mouth.
I'm just gonna gesture with one hand, like a flat hand. I'm just gonna point at him and just be like, we're gonna get back to you on that with a number. A number of local businesses.
Yeah.
They're green, fully sustainable.
That that is what we are looking for.
Green horses,
we want some green horses. We hear that is very in right now. People want green horses.
The thing that's important is that people don't actually want the green horses. All they want is to be told that the horses are green.
Yeah, I mean that is the most important part of this, and we want to make sure that the visual is that these are green horses.
Right, because fuck the world, right? Like we're not here to save anything. We're here to focus attention and direct policy.
Absolutely. Well, it has been a very I think we've made a lot of progress with this dinner. He's gonna go to shake your hand, and when he pulls his hand away, there is a bag of coins left in your hand.
To pocket the coins.
Okay.
I don't think Rachel realizes she's about to DM a PvP game.
You're not here.
So with
You're not here.
With dinner concluded, you are heading out of the restaurant. It's evening now. It's nice, chilly, brisk Christmas time evening. You know, the Christmas is, about a week
People
or so
love this,
but
people love this time of year.
Yeah,
they love it. It's
absolutely.
because of the crispiness, I would say.
Absolutely.
Many people, our recent polling has showed 82% of people appreciated crispy evening.
Yeah. As you're walking, your jacket pocket buzzes.
Going to reach in and take out the orb.
Okay. As soon as there's sort of like this muffled music that sharpens as you pull it out of your jacket. And then you hear a woman's voice go, "Sharon Candy Canes here with Doug Dingledrop." We have a... Sorry. Their reaction is so funny. Sharon Candy Canes here with Doug Dingledrop for Starlight News Syndicate. And we've got the question that everyone's been asking. And you know what? We've got the man who can give you answers.
Is this news network run by Rudolph Murdoch? Is that how this works?
You're not here. You're not here.
Saying that,
Look,
but I
it's
hear it
easy.
in a different voice than my memory.
It's easy. It's easy enough. It's easy enough to shout from the rafters. But if you want to get involved, there's lots of places where you can, on the ground, really make your effort heard. But since you're not here, you're not in our district right now. I would just direct you to the nearest. Shut the fuck up.
Oddly enough, I used to be in your district, and then somehow the districts magically changed.
The district moved.
You have to shift districts from time to time.
Shift my foot up your ass.
Not anymore. That has been moved to a different district, to his ass.
Mr. Quillith, how are you doing this evening?
Oh, we're doing fine. We're doing fine out here.
Good.
Just finished a meeting with some local stable owners, and we're looking forward.
Nice. I hear that the stock price of green horses are really going up, and it's a great time to invest in those.
Well, the one thing that it's important to remember is that the things that are sustainable for a reason. It's because they work, and they will continue working, and that's what we want for the people of this town, to get back to work. And that's what I plan on doing. As soon as we're done here, I plan on getting back to work.
That's great to hear. But we have some upsetting questions that we're hoping that you can answer for us. Namely, we've heard that someone has in fact stolen Christmas.
Absolute nonsense. Look, this is just our opposition party trying desperately to try to drum up some sort of chaos right before the Christmas season. It's absolute nonsense. And to be perfectly honest with you, I'm sort of offended that you would ask me about something like this. I mean, look,
we're just asking questions.
I understand that you're just asking questions. I understand that you're just doing your job. But the truth of the matter is that over the last few years, a lot of other holiday seasons have come and gone. You don't even remember the old dark night of the Crystal Forest, do you? Lame. Fell apart. It was, like I said, these are.
If it's happened before, couldn't it happen again?
It probably will happen again, and it will go away.
Disturbing reports coming out of Whoville.
They're not disturbing, by the way. And look, I spent a lot of time in Whoville. I do. We set up a campaign office in Whoville, and every year we go back there for the Christmas season, and it's important, I think, to have a tradition like that. People of Whoville have become better citizens and have better lives now directly because of the Christmas season, and we just want to make sure people remember that before it comes time to worship.
So you're saying that you will be going to Whoville as part of your yearly tradition?
Absolutely.
You'll be able to prove that no one is stealing Christmas.
I don't even know how you would do that.
That's what the reports are saying.
What reports?
The reports.
Oh, yeah, of course, obviously, the reports.
It's what they're saying. They're saying it on the different crystal balls.
Look,
We've heard it all over.
I think a lot of times is that you guys get in sort of like an echo chamber. You'll say something, and then another person will say something. You hype each other up until there's a big story when there's really not one. Look, I'm going to be personally taking a look at it, make sure everything's on the up and up. But if there is, and I paraphrase, if there is, because there isn't going to be an issue with Christmas season coming this year, we're going to make sure that we're moving forward with that.
Well, I certainly hope that Christmas has not been stolen.
Oh, it wouldn't be.
Be a lot of disappointed children on Christmas morning to have nothing under their tree.
You know, and I think it's important that they do have something under their tree, and we're moving forward with that.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. We look forward to hearing your live reports from Whovale. And now back to Arl's Dancing with the Stars on Ice. Thank you. Da-da-da-da-da-da. The ball goes black.
I'm going to shove it back in my pocket. These guys are fucking annoying. Hey, you. Like, points to some kid. You like Christmas, right?
Yeah.
What do you want for Christmas this year?
Oh, gosh. If my family could have a turkey for Christmas, that would just be the neatest thing.
Right. So go get a turkey. What the fuck is wrong with you kids? I'm
Well,
gonna just, like, start walking.
I don't have any money. Okay.
Grow a turkey.
You
gotta
looks down
want
at the
it, kid.
ground, kicks
gotta
out a
want it.
rock, and he starts walking away.
No one's gonna hand out turkeys. Their legs are short. They're not that fast. Just tackle one. This is the beginning of the arc where he learns the true meaning of Christmas.
Yeah. There's gonna be several ghosts that show him different points of his life.
The truth is, he's not even into Christmas. He doesn't really particularly like it. This is just who hired him.
Yeah.
So he's working for Santa, the Big Red.
Big Red. All right. So, well, this is work, so you don't have to put in vacation or anything like that. And you can charge the travel, arrangements to your work.
Travel arrangements or nothing.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Well. So, as it happens, perhaps a Christmas miracle, as the three of you have moved higher into the mountains on your journeys to Whovale. It's colder, snowier, so, it takes a little bit longer to kind of move up the road. The three of you will sort of meet up. You're all traveling in the same direction. You are out in the middle of nowhere, so it is safer to travel together.
Absolutely.
So we've got...
So how do we happen upon one another?
Well, let's see.
Maybe like an ale house on the road.
Yeah. Yeah. There's probably a little, a small kind of 2-story building. The ground floor is basically a tavern with some of the cheapest, most basic food. The innkeeper and his wife sleep back in the kitchen. And then the second floor are 3 rooms that are for rent. We'll say that Max is the first one in this little roadside tavern. They've got pretty good beer.
I slowly come walking up the steps, chugging one after the other.
All right.
Stop at the door and put my cigarette on the bottom of my boot and flick it.
Okay.
Walk in.
There is one other patron. They seem to be already drunk, and they're just sort of sitting at the end of the bar, just to themselves. It is warmer here than it is outside, although that's not difficult, because it's freezing outside. As you come in, the barkeep, who is a human, kind of nod at you. Hey.
Merry Christmas. How are you doing?
He kind of gestures to the empty bar. It's like, could be better.
I'll
Come
take
on.
3 drinks
All right. Well, you
and a room if you have one.
we do. Do you want any food with that?
Nope.
All right. Sets out 3 mugs of beer. And he kind of pauses, and then he'll get like kind of a stale loaf of bread and set it down by the beer. Like,
I have a question.
Appreciate
Is Max, are you always dressed like Santa as you walk around? Okay.
yes,
Just was trying to make sure I had the right vision in my head.
Yeah.
absolutely.
So I pulled down the dwarf
The
beard I
fake
paid
beard
for.
has been helping keep you warm as
Yes.
you're traveling through the mountains.
I really try not to draw a whole lot of parallels towards Bad Santa, but that's all I can think about right now is just. And I'm not going to quote that movie because there's some really bad quotes in it that are really funny, but yeah,
I love that movie.
We'll just smooth over that one.
Drop my stack on the floor and just
All right.
pull the beard down and begin to sip.
Okay.
Can I walk in afterwards?
Yes.
Can we
so-
smoke in here?
Yeah.
Dude, come on.
Yeah.
Light
Dude,
another one.
it's like 674. That's the year. So yeah.
You
All right.
let us know if you need anything else. All right.
Sounds good.
All right. Not too long after, the door opens again, letting in a rush of cold air. As an elf in a green suit enters.
Ladies and gentlemen, hey, how you doing?
See the bartender look up. He's like, "Oh, really packing it in tonight. How can I help you?"
Local business owner. Gonna like hold my hand out to shake his hand.
He shakes your hand. His hand is damp.
I'm gonna shake it with a smile on my face, and as soon as it comes down, I'm gonna wipe it on the bar, on the underside of the bar. What do you serve?
Well, we've got beer. We've got a little bit of whiskey. Not a lot. My wife makes a pretty good stew. We've got some old bread. If you're looking for like some cold beef, we can do that. It's cheaper than the stew.
I'll have a room.
We can do a room. You,
How's business been?
Pretty slow, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna take a card, and it's gonna be for Santa Claus, and I'm gonna put it down on the table. I'm like, if you ever have anything that you need to talk about that could help your business grow,
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to help. I'm sort of like a representative of Christmas, and we're just trying to get moving forward with local businesses, in particular before the Christmas season, to make sure that Christmas is the holiday that you and your denizens around here will be happy to you know.
That's really good to hear. He looks at the card and he looks at you and he looks at the guy in the red suit and he's like, you two traveling together.
I'm gonna look over.
Nope.
You work together, right? Santa.
Huh.
You're not Santa.
Nah, did the fake beard give it away?
Yeah, it was just the beard. You work for our campaign, don't you?
And you run the festival down south?
Yeah, you're doing Christmas works. You're like a door knocker.
Oh, what now?
You're spreading the Christmas message.
We enjoyed all the children near and far.
I'm gonna pull a chair up, just like uncomfortably too close.
Do you do the Riker maneuver to get on it? Because that's what I'm sensing.
No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do any risky shit trying to get on a chair and lose any hit points.
Gotcha.
So,
If I blow my smoke in his face, does he lose hit points?
no, let's not try it.
Yeah, let's not find out.
Man, how did you manage to get here on all the icy roads and not break your hip and kill yourself?
Oh no, they had a bunch of people that they rode me up here.
They rode you up there?
Yeah, they had a wagon,
You heard what I heard, D-Walk, right?
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay.
I'm the guy out there crafting morning wood. Shut up. So,
Grilled that wood.
so I'm gonna like slap my hand on his back and be like, "His drinks are on me."
Oh,
Thank you.
all right.
And get me one too. Why not?
Okay. That's the spirit.
Right? Yeah. 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 Really wash that glass though, if you don't mind.
I pick a speck out of mine and looks fine.
I'll spit in it twice for you, sir.
So what brings you up this way?
Beer.
Well, you know, I heard there's something going on at what's a fuck it town or whatever, and so they wanted me to come check it out, so I'm gonna go do that. You ever been there?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
It seems my ex-wife took our daughter there, and so on my way to see my kid.
Gross.
What do you mean something's going on there?
There's some rumors about someone stealing Christmas, but I don't think it's true.
Oh.
Oftentimes, opposition researchers will find the thing that makes things uncomfortable, try to make the holiday unstable, so that people will be more likely to adopt a new series of rituals. But it's generally nothing.
Someone's trying to steal Christmas?
No.
There's
You a
a
high school graduate?
gust of cold wind as the door opens again, and a halfling steps into the tavern.
God damn, it's cold out there.
Hey, check it out. You got 2.5 people already today. Business is booming.
Hey, you look like the dude my wife left me for.
Who?
Santa's helper helped himself into Santa's bed.
What in the fuck
I'm
did
gonna-
I
I'm
just
gonna-
walk into?
I'm gonna slowly turn my seat and look, risking the hit points if I fall.
The bartender's gonna call it like, "Hey, can you close that door? You're letting out the heat."
I just kind of kicked the back of it with
All right.
with my foot, close it shut.
How does Tinker dress, by the way?
Rustic.
Mhm.
I do have like a woolen cap on. I look a lot like
Is it like the kind of woolen cap that's like it has like a long kind of
yeah,
piece to it?
Like
Okay.
yeah, it's got the
Hermie
long
the elf?
thing. Yeah,
Okay.
I actually I kind of look a lot like a Mickey Goldmill from Rocky.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Just kind of
They said from Rocky.
old and grizzled and
Mhm.
Oh,
Rachel, you ever seen Rocky?
I have not. No.
There you go. So you want to try again?
I look like an old. I'm an old grizzled halfling.
Okay.
Bit of gray stubble, wrinkles.
Mhm.
Still got twinkling blue eyes. Gray hair kind of sticking out from the bottom of the big wool cap I've got on. Big heavy jacket. Got a bag slung over my shoulder. Well,
Hey, you a drink?
yeah. You got any whiskey?
Some. More expensive than the beer.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it.
Hey, Christmas miracle already.
Don't you forget it.
Not particularly fond of strangers.
We're not strangers anymore. Hey, my name's Weir.
Where?
Weir.
where?
Weir.
Veer.
Weir. Weir. Weir.
Weir.
VW.
Uh-huh.
Y. RRE. Weir.
I really don't care. I don't need to know. Thanks, I guess. You got anything hot to eat back there by any chance?
We got stew.
Stew sounds good. Stew, whiskey, little bread, maybe.
Bread's old.
I'd slide the bread over to
You
him.
know what? It sops up the stew just fine.
All right.
Got some real man of the people out here. Campaign worker. Just a regular old worker.
Man, the optics for this are gonna look mint.
Yeah, you don't have a painter around here, dude. I'd like to get a snapshot of this.
I do a little painting, but it's more on the side of like wooden blocks and trains and
For Christmas.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you two together by any chance, or just?
No, I just met him.
I feel
he
like
has
I've
my
walked
drinks.
into a bad joke.
The
Anyway,
bartender
thanks for
sets your whiskey and stew down like right next to them.
I like slide my stool over just a little bit away, hoist myself up onto it, take
Since we're
my
talking
cap
about-
off, sit it on the thing.
Since we're talking
Anyway.
about funny things people said, I just wanted to clarify that Nate said he slid his stool over.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes.
So since we're pointing those out now.
Okay, very good. We're all even at
He's
this point.
sliding his stool, and it's good that you're
No,
doing
we're
it
far
now,
from
'cause
even.
after that stew, it ain't moving.
I just kind of sit there and I nurse the shot of whiskey I get, and I dig into my stew. In after the first bite, you kind of look over the chair and say, "You got any open rooms or?"
No, actually, they took the last two.
Oh, bitch.
I'll
Mine
share.
are-
He said he'll share.
What part of I'm not all that fond of strangers did you not pick up on the first time around?
You'll be roomies after tonight.
You got a couch I can sleep on down here, or just like some
Yeah, it's
paper
real-
sacks, or
I'm gonna look around the room and like, yeah, real metropolitan.
What you see is what we've got.
The way you pick the spec out of it, or the way he's asking for the clean glass, you may not stay in the room tonight. You may get a room anyway.
well, just put me on the waiting list, I guess, and if I got to share a room with jolly old Saint Nick over here, fine.
All
Yeah,
right.
he's not the real Saint Nick. I know the real Saint Nick. I
No
work for him.
shit, really?
I work for him. Yeah.
Wait, you work for
Big Red.
Santa?
Oh, wait, are we
You
talking
know
about
what?
the Santa? Like,
He's Santa,
yeah.
yeah.
No.
I work for his campaign. Campaign
Oh,
for
fuck.
Christmas.
I should have known. I should have smelled the shit of the SCA from all the way outside if I'd been paying enough attention. You've got to be fucking kidding.
What, you worked for him too?
No, did former, yes, before things got, well, all of that over there. But,
Huh.
you know, I worked for the big SC when that still meant something.
You know what?
Now-
We're trying to get back to that time.
Oh, you're not trying to get back to anything, but
We want to get back to. We want to get back to what makes Christmas great.
yeah,
moving-
it would be
What is
great
that?
if you would
Again.
fucking leave. I just dig back into my stew.
By moving forward, you can get back.
Yeah, you can't get back if you're not moving.
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to move forward.
Mhm.
To get back
Yeah.
to where we're going.
And I'm gonna leave such a.
Are you trying to get profits forward, or are you trying to get kids forward?
Well, we're not trying to do any of that, really. I mean, the idea is that the Christmas season represents a lot of good. You know, it represents like this is a small business establishment right here. If it weren't for Christmas and us going up for Christmas purposes to what is it called? Who fucks or who gives a shit or whatever, that place. Then on the way up there, like if we weren't going there for Christmas, then this guy wouldn't have 3 people at his establishment, which looks to be pretty good for the number of stools that aren't broken.
Thanks.
Hey, no problem. And you know what? We're gonna try to get those stools fixed for you.
Yeah?
You know, we're gonna try.
Okay. That would be
Yeah,
great.
you're gonna try. Yeah, I've heard that shit before.
Yeah,
you know
that
what?
would
You actually want the stools fixed. I reach into my bag and I put my case of woodworking tools.
Look at that.
Tell you
Already
what.
in progress.
You give me-
Moving forward.
I tell you what, I'll make you a deal, Barkeep.
Uh-huh.
You give me that fuck's room and I'll fix all your bar stools before I leave in the morning.
You know what? I'm gonna give up my room to this short man so that he can fix all your stools. You know, it's about personal sacrifice and really serving the community. I hope that these stools are soon occupied by the butts of the masses.
We're your jacket buzzes.
Excuse me one moment. I'm gonna pull out the orb and like.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Fuck.
I'm gonna slowly walk, but I want to keep the two behind me
Yeah.
in frame.
Sharon,
with the
Shut
orb
up.
You guys can hear like a little voice coming out of the orb. Sharon Candy Cane's here with Doug Dingledrop. How's it going?
It's going great. We're right now on site, on the way to the town.
Yeah.
And we're going to look into this rumor nonsense about Christmas being stolen.
Oh, that's
And
good.
while
People
we're here-
are concerned.
I know.
The stocks are reflecting people's concern that Christmas has been stolen.
Look, the stocking market is up
Yes.
every year, 30%, 40%, 50%, other numbers, and like they're gonna keep getting better.
Yeah.
It's just look, it is not a zero-sum game with us, right?
Right.
Everybody can succeed. There doesn't have to be a loser when there are winners. And just look at this establishment, right? Look, just being here for a few moments, the Christmas administration has already put together up to 17 separate chairs.
That's inspiring.
It is inspiring. And you know the thing is that we're not done. We're not going to stop with chairs. We might work on table next.
Wow.
We might work on floor.
Wherever you're at, it looks so authentic, doesn't it, Doug?
It is authentic. It is. It really is. And I think the authenticity is what makes it real.
Yeah. That's inspiring.
It is in a way if you don't really think about it hard.
Yeah, of course. Why would you? But also to talk about something else.
Yeah.
People are saying that Gargaroth, the Hidden Lord, is planning to take control of Faerun this holiday season.
They're always talking about that.
Turning it into the 10th layer of hell. Yes,
We've heard about it. We've all seen the documents they put forward. But I'm going to be honest with you. I think old Gargoth's going to be under investigation deep into next summer. So he's going to have a hard time.
Well, there's a concern that more teenagers are worshiping Gargaroth, the Hidden Lord, these days than there were, 10 years ago.
Yeah, Gargoth is a gateway religion. It is. It is. It is what it is.
It's upsetting.
You get into it, and all of a sudden, it's Varen's Embrace. You're blowing masked lords behind a fucking gas station parking lot. That's not what we want for people.
Okay.
We want good things. We want fixed chairs and maybe table and maybe floor. Maybe floor. Look, we want to promise big. If we come up a little short, at least we're moving forward.
Yeah. Moving forward.
I don't know if it would be captured in frame, but there's a halfling with its back turned to the camera who's just got a middle finger flipped up over its shoulder like this.
I have
waving it around.
I have the orb turned and swaying so that his hand is out, but you can still see his arm up. So it sort of has he's like cheering.
He's like, yeah.
Yeah. Look, and I'm gonna shout back to him. That's right, buddy. We're gonna get those chairs fixed.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Well,
wow, that's amazing. Okay. Well, up next, Doug is going to do a little bit of home style cooking for us. Isn't that right, Doug? All right. We'll see you later.
Jesus fucking Christ. I'm gonna put that in my pocket. I'm gonna turn around.
Thanks for listening to Freelance Heroism Plays How the Lich Stole Christmas. If you would like to support us, we are on Patreon. That's Patreon/freelance_heroism. You can find a link in our show notes. We often post our sort of hangouts pre-game, and we talk about all kinds of weird, funny things. If you want to take a listen to that, you can subscribe for as little as $1 a month. Today's game was played by me, Rachel Moore, who's the DM. We've got David Walker as Max, our down on his luck mall Santa. Nate as Tinker, the retired toy maker. And Deese as our Santa political strategist / the worst person you would ever meet. I hope you're enjoying this, and stay tuned for the next episode next week. Bye!
Hey, everybody, welcome to... Oh, wait. I did it right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, this got in my head there for a minute.